Welcome to podcast YY Japan. Yay! So, my name is Meshida. I'm a Japanese stand-up comedian, and this podcast I introduce funny Japanese culture. And today we have a special guest all the way from South Korea. Bakun, our Heegon. What is your name?
Heegon. Hello, my name is Heegon. Thanks for having me. And yes, I'm from South Korea, not the North one. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Thanks
So,
for having me. Yeah.
Okay, Heegon. I'll call you Bakun.
Mm-hmm.
I think you said Bakun is also your nickname.
In Japan, probably yeah, because people often use family name, not the certain the name names.
Okay. In Japan, you don't have a close friends. That's why all Japanese friends call you family name.
I know.
Usually in Japan, if you close friend call you like a first name.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Oh yes. Yes.
Okay. But maybe I can call you Heegon.
Oh yeah.
From now on.
Sure.
Yeah. So anyway, I know many Japanese people ask you this question, and I always ask this question to my guest. So, why did you come to Japan? Yay! So Heegon, why?
I mean, if I be really honest, I just came here for money. I mean, it's quite hard to get a job in Korea, and I speak Japanese quite fluently. And so yeah, why not just go there and have a job here? And well, that's why I'm working right now. Yeah.
Okay, so I read some articles about South Korea.
Mm-hmm.
Many young people
Mm-hmm.
kind of don't have job,
Mm-hmm.
and they're looking for a job abroad.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So is it correct?
Yes, I'm part of them. Yeah.
You're the one.
Yes, I'm basically Jewish in modern culture. Yeah.
So it is very famous. I mean, like among Japanese, even like Japan also we have a kind of little bit competition about like a college or high school, good go to good college or university.
Mm-hmm.
So, but compared to South Korea,
Mm-hmm.
we are amateur. I think so.
Yeah, you guys are jokes, man.
Jokes.
Yeah, that competition, fuck off. You guys are jokes.
Okay. Can you talk about how hard it is, like competition, young people's kind of competition in South Korea?
Well, people kill themselves when the score is low. You laugh, yeah?
Really?
It just fucking happens. Yeah, it happened really hard back in the day, especially during my period.
Like we almost kind of same generation.
Oh yes.
You are 20.
Yes, late 20s.
Late 20. I'm early 30. So yeah. So
Mhm.
you mean like it's a high school?
In both high school and middle school.
Middle school.
Yes, I mean it was really serious issue back in the day.
So actually in Japan, like a primary school, junior high, high school, and university or college.
Yes.
So South Korea, same
Same thing. Yeah.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So I think I think high schools and then university is the most important things. I think for us. Yeah. So usually like when you were high school, you were studying so hard, or like try to get a score and then try to pass a good university. You try.
Yes.
How about your results? How was your result?
If I was really successful, I probably wouldn't come to this. I was a failure, yeah. But gladly I actually got offer from the university that I really wanted, even though I actually sent an extra year to get to the college. But I get into it, so I think I'm a winner at that point. So all my friends are enjoying their uni lives, and I was stuck in a private school, cramped school, just solving all the math problems. That was horrible, man. That's why I get all the acne and everything.
So 1 year studying so hard, but you could go to the university.
Yes, I was able to get there. Yes.
Okay. So after graduating from university, it was very hard to get a job.
Yes, I mean I am in late 20s. I probably get 30 like next year. And
congratulations, anyway. How do you feel?
Horrible. I've done nothing but I'm getting A's, like.
Yeah.
I mean, even though it's very good to like I started to understand what I really like and what I don't like. Like for example, like now I understand I really hate laundry thing. So that's why I often ignore it as much as possible. I mean that's a good thing, but like anyway. So like So I'm a graduate. I graduated college like 2 years ago. And most of my friends, like let's say I have 10 friends in university. Yeah. Let's say I have 10 friends, and only 2 of them have jobs.
Really?
Yes. And 8 of them are still in the middle of trying to find a job or trying to like not going to get a job but study to pass the exams. So yes, it's quite horrible and terrible to get a job here in South Korea. Or they just gave up their like.
Then becoming a comedian?
That's my case. The corporate job is shitty. That's it.
Okay, then at that time, so after graduating from college, so you couldn't get a job. What did you do?
And well, I mean, I actually didn't thought about having a job. I was also one of my friends. I wasn't like the same as my friends. So like I tried to pass the test so that I can get a job. I know sometimes
pass the test.
There's a test
for
some,
getting a job.
Yes, for specific like type of jobs. So I was trying to get into law school. That's why,
really?
Yeah, I tried it back in my university days.
You tried?
I tried for 3 years.
You failed.
Yes. 3 years and I failed. See, this is why you guys shouldn't go to law school. Because you probably won't.
Yeah, you studied 3 years.
Yes, it's 3 years just to get into the law school.
Yeah.
And every time I get a test, my scores got lower and lower and lower. So I'm like, fuck it, I'm not gonna do this anymore, and just getting around with it.
But 3 years you tried.
Yes.
And then when you're a third time, you couldn't pass the exam. You gave up.
I just gave up. I had to give up.
Okay.
Yes, I was about to get mental at that point. Seriously.
Yeah, you were studying so hard.
Yeah, I'm not sure what I'm studying right now, but I'm still doing it, and it depressed me a lot. So that's why I got huge. I actually experienced a very serious panic attack back in the day.
Really?
Yes. I mean, I was in the subway to go to my university, but I suddenly can't breathe. So that's I know. Seriously, this is a huge issue. Suddenly I can't breathe, so like I had to get off the station, get off the subway, just to calm myself down. That happened for me.
Oh, okay. Now this is not the comedy podcast.
It's mental
therapy. Okay, but 3 years. So when you were studying to go to the law school, so did you do part time or just focus on studying?
I did part time a little bit, only on weekends. Just for weekdays I need to study, but weekends I just want to get a little bit. I just want to get a little bit of free time. Because studying for 7 days, that's a stupid shit. So that's why I used to have a little bit of part time.
So at that time, your part time, your job helped you to relieve your stress.
Yes, it was sort of a hobby.
It's totally opposite now.
I know, right?
Then you started doing comedy.
Yes,
as a hobby.
Yes, because I don't want to work again. Seriously.
So then, what did you do?
What?
Like, you gave up being a lawyer, and then you started doing comedy as a hobby, and then you came to Japan.
Yes, that is true. So, I started comedy while I was studying law school. For law school. And at that time, I need to speak because I haven't talked to anyone for the past 3 years, which just bums me out a lot.
Yeah.
And that's why I started comedy. Yes.
Okay. So I think now in South Korea, stand-up comedy is getting bigger.
Oh yes, very true. And this is actually an interesting story because we used to have a stand-up comedy.
Used to have stand-up comedy?
We used to have stand-up comedy.
Really?
Because after the war ends, then Americans came and they show us many interesting types of comedy, and stand-up comedy was one of them. It is actually true. We used to have comedy, but from 1960s to 1980s, Korea was ruled by a military dictatorship, and that is why. And plus, obviously, like many other dictatorship countries, they just banned any comedy or material that blame the politicians. So that's why they banned everything. So that is why stand-up is based. Stand-up is the reason why stand-up exists is because we were able to speak very keen and very dangerous stuff. So comedians are often really this is very true. Many Koreans got arrested for the past 30 years because many stand-up comedians got arrested. So what comedians tried to do was one, they only do sketch comedy only,
Mm.
or they go to America to do stand-up comedy. Now, so stand-up comedy itself almost disappeared, but in around 2010-ish, middle 2010, people started to like, how can I say? So on YouTube, we can see many English stand-up comedies, Laugh Factory, etc. So many Korean guys from who used to live in America or any Western countries, they started to translate all those comedies into Korean. They put subtitles, and that was a huge hit back in the days. That is why people started to say, "Oh, there was this genre called stand-up comedy."
Then you tried.
Yes, I was also one of them.
How was it?
It was my work in Korea.
Yeah.
Oh, it was horrible, man.
And then you decided to come to Japan. Yeah. So why?
For the money, seriously. Like, I need to get a job.
Okay.
I had to get a job. I'm almost like late 20s. I don't have any job, and I don't think I can get a job in Korea. So what else? Why? Maybe I need to go abroad. I speak fluent Japanese. I speak English. So why not Japan?
Why? I know your Japanese. Your Japanese skill is amazing. How did you study?
I actually I literally like lived in Japan for quite a while. I started living in Japan in 2000. Because 2000. Yeah, 2000. Literally after Y2K thing happened.
Yeah.
So so at that time I started living in Japan because my dad's job, because of my dad's work. So I lived there for 1 year. I came back to Korea, and then also because of my dad's issue, I need to go to Japan once again. And then at the time I graduated local high school.
Oh, really?
Yes.
You graduated from Japanese high school?
Yes, literally the basic Japanese high school. I took the test to get into that place.
Really?
Yes.
In Japanese?
In Japanese, yes.
Okay.
So then I graduated, then fuck it, I'm gonna leave it. So that's why I came back to Korea. And at the same time, my major was Japanology, which was Japan studies. I did like 4 years. And then, turns out my only skill is language. So that's why I came here. So it was like one of the easiest options that I can have.
Okay. Then it was easy to get a job here?
I'd say a little bit easier than South Korea.
Oh, okay.
Because Koreans, we're way too much people in South Korea. Obviously, you guys all know that, right? We're way too much.
But actually, many young Korean people go abroad. Yeah.
Yes, I was. You can think of me as one of them.
Yeah. Because look at Japanese people. Japanese people not interested in going abroad. Just like work here.
You guys are not even going outside of your house. Seriously.
And in Japan, like a population is 2 times bigger than South Korea.
Oh yes,
we have a big,
bigger economy.
All products for just Japanese people.
Oh, it is true.
Look at Korean drama. Now everywhere, you guys are really good at business because your kind of market is very small.
Oh yeah.
Population is not so big compared to Japan.
Yes,
that's why K-pop.
Yeah.
Korean drama.
Yes.
Yeah, actually, I looked down on Korean drama until last year. But under this pandemic, my friend recommended me to watch it. I started watching, and then I love it now.
It's quite interesting, isn't it? We're really good at like how to make character miserable. We're really good at this.
Yeah, and then very, very good fiction because usually, the kind of main character, very looking guy, is very humble. He's late 20 or 30, but he never experienced to have sex.
Yeah. Always mention, fuck off, you're handsome, you probably had sex in somewhere.
There was some problem, Maybe, they have a kind of specific perversity. They're not interested in having real sex.
Yeah. Yeah, just watch
they satisfy themselves to something else. I don't know, but anyway, both Japan and Korea, South Korea, we have same problems, like low birth rate and aging society.
Is a huge issue. Yes.
And then karoshi.
Yes.
Karoshi means dying from work.
The long hour shift is quite common in both in Korea and Japan. Yeah.
So, because now, why I start talking about karoshi, because now Park-un Heegon is working in a
Don't tell the company name, I'm gonna get
I know. But you got a job here.
Yes, that is true.
So, maybe I can say it's not Japanese company.
Yes, like half Japan, half American-ish company.
Yeah.
Yes, it's good. It's a very good company.
We call it like a gaishike.
Oh, yeah,
It's like
yeah.
a foreign company.
Foreign company.
So in Japan, we have an image, and I think this is correct.
Mhm.
And the gaishike companies, employees working so hard.
Yes, it is. Well, I'm not. I haven't experienced any Japanese company, so I'm not sure how, my comparison is correct or not. But as long as I found out that people are more, how can I say, enthusiastic about their work, well, probably that's why they overwork, because they are really into their work a lot. Yeah. Although I sometimes disagree, you know. I sometimes disagree. Like, well, like, you guys need to get some sleep. You know, like that just happens. But like,
some people mean exaggerated, like I'm working so hard.
well, it's a human society.
I don't have time. I know, because some of my friends, they look like kind of proud of their, working so hard. Some people, I couldn't sleep last night because, I had a lot of things to do, big project. I don't like, that kind of people, but some of my friends become like that, unfortunately. Especially people who work in a big company.
Yes.
Yeah. They're proud of their working so hard.
Yes.
Yeah. I think because the reason is, you do a lot of, extra work, our inefficiency.
Yes, inefficient. Yeah, what?
I know. I used to work at the kind of Japanese company for 5 years. I know kind of they have to work until late night. I understand. Yeah. But some people, this is exaggerated and they're proud of their work style.
Yes.
Yeah. So
sadly, that happens to many companies, like, including myself. Sometimes I feel that I may overwork a little bit way too much. So sometimes I just forcibly cut my PC off just to get away from the work, so that I can I can calm myself down a little bit, because being a proud of work is really, really important. I do respect their attitude. I mean, seriously, all the workers in Japan, even though we always mock Japanese as industrious people and everything, but there's probably the value. There must be some sort of value that you guys are precious about, and that's why you guys are really, really good at making money. Which is, I think it is true. You guys are making real good money. You guys are trying to change the world. I get it. But sometimes I'm really worried about people getting hurt themselves.
You said change the world?
Oh, well, they try.
Yeah, before we could that,
Oh, you guys are still trying.
Yeah, still trying. But
look at some Masayoshi. Like he's gonna change in the world. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's our problem. Yeah. So, because before it's okay. Big company, Toyota, like Sony or something. But time has changed. We have to change everything now.
Oh, yeah, true.
But we still believe our old-fashioned style.
Yeah.
Especially old people, aging society. A lot of old people still have power. They're very conservative. They don't like change. So that's a problem. Yeah. Same as Korea, maybe.
Oh yeah. We're dying, man.
I think yeah. So, and you now you're working so hard, but how about your life in Japan?
Life in about what? About
Japan.
Life in general.
General, yeah.
I don't know. I mean, to be really honest, we always say that Korea and Japan is really different. Koreans always say in Japanese always say that we are really very different. But in general, I think you're quite the same. I mean, seriously. I mean, come on, you guys were colonized. You guys were the colonizers back then. You guys put something on our DNA. But all industry itself is quite similar. Yeah. Japan is known for car making. Korea is known for car making. Yeah. Japan is known for chip making. We also good at this because we're doing the same thing. So industry. How can I say? It's very similar. We have a very similar economy status or structure. So that is why people often feel very similar things. And plus we experience very similar. Also, our experiences are quite similar. For example, when we're aging, we're in the aging society. People are dying.
Seniority system kind of respect all the people. But I think Korean people kind of Korean culture is more strict than us. What do you think?
About the political manners.
When it comes to respect old people, our seniority system.
Yeah. True. Yeah. The Confucianism ideology is very quite inside in Korean culture. A lot of people are trying to how can I say? Now people are trying to there's not please don't use Confucianism anymore. But people are trying to reject that and trying to build a new way of society. But it is very great, especially like, respecting the old people. And it's just I often have to do. I often do. I will ask people to do that.
Yeah. And then Japanese and Korean, we both have a pride expression. Like a keigo. Japanese say keigo.
Oh yeah.
Korea also have like
yes, we also have not as maniac as Japan though.
Yeah, we have a business keigo.
Oh my god!
That's complicated.
Get over it.
It's Japanese, but it's I couldn't master it. Actually.
Yeah, it's more like no one could understand it. I mean, what's the keigo is all about? Like, I mean, sometimes I ask my clients for like, hey, I need this document. Can you share that, please? In English and Korean, we say, oh, I need some documents, so mind if you share. That's it. That's the end of the communication. But Japan's like, okay, due to all the circumstances, there's a willingness to, there's a issue that about this thing, and you need to document right now. But in order to share one document, I need to write a thesis.
Yeah.
Sometimes I know, like, oh god, it's all like, but that's the cool thing. I need to respect. I know I need to respect, but sometimes that's like way too much.
Yeah, I totally understand. What did you do now? What do you do now in your work?
Oh my god!
And what do you think? Please share. You think what is good things, good side of Japan? What do you think? But or you don't like some part of Japan? Can you share it?
It's like, how can I say, this society...
As a Korean guy.
Oh, yes. As a Korean guy. One issue I have is you guys need to eat more spicy food, seriously.
You need more spicy food.
Well, that's a joke. That's a joke. Like, I mean, as a joke, people don't need spicy food.
But we love Korean food. Actually.
I know. I do feel grateful about that. But like sometimes... The Korean food that you guys are making and the Korean food that we are making is a little different.
You mean local one is more spicy?
Koreans tends to eat a little bit more spicy. And at the same time add extra garlic.
Extra garlic.
Yeah, that's why we're quite smelly. If you live in Korean friend, you probably understand that all the Korean guys smell garlic, and we're overly proud of it. I know.
And then you guys always have a kimchi in your refrigerator.
Obviously. Without that the food does not exist, and that's
why some Japanese house owners don't like having Korean.
Tenants at all. They just I just had one.
I'm joking, but you say that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Actually, I had once. There's just one homeowner. I just want to live there, and are you Korean? I said yes, and my passport is green. And I was like, oh, you eat kimchi? So, yes, obviously. Sorry, you're not gonna welcome you. I said, what the? Why is that?
It's a company?
Oh, it's a house.
It's a house, and the house owner say that.
House owner said, no, sorry, we're not allowed Koreans.
Because of the kimchi.
Because of the kimchi, yeah.
Kimchist, not racist. Kimchist.
Yeah. Although I agree that it's quite smelly. Even though we are aware that there's a smelly, that we're kind of trying to... That's why we create our own refrigerator, just for save the kimchi.
Yeah.
It is true. In my house, in my real house, in Korea, we have two fridge. One is for general use, one is for kimchi. And kimchi thing, when you open the fridge, that's fucking smelly, man. All the fish sauce, garlic, spicy, and everything.
Okay, Japanese house owners, listen. Maybe you guys, don't accept Korean. I'm joking, but like just the tips.
Oh yeah. Well, that's obviously true. But like, how can I say? One issue that I'm still having trouble is this society values privacy a lot.
Value privacy a lot.
Yes, it is very. I think it happens. Like people are. I mean, living in a shared house, but like sometimes people are like trying to be polite as possible, trying not to make any troubles as much as possible, because that's a very good way of is a good way of living it. So people are often, how can I say, take a distance to each other. In a way, that's a very good way of living, because I don't have many troubles pursuing my own shit, which is good. But at the same time, I sometimes can't understand what the people are actually thinking. You know the honne tatemae thing, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's everywhere. You know, sometimes people often show their
But
real.
even Korean people also have a two sides, like everywhere.
Oh yeah.
But compared to Japanese, you guys say obviously more like directly. You think so?
Yes, I mean like Koreans are a little bit more straight.
Yeah.
We have many slangs, you know.
Yeah.
We often say shit directly compared to Japan. Even though we all say that, it's quite similar. But I mean, the way of how can I say make friends or communicate with people, I like it. I do respect your way of thinking, but sometimes I feel a little worried that maybe that guy, even though that guy says yes, I'm not sure that person actually says yes.
Okay. Then now you can understand. So the Japanese house owner said, "Oh, do you eat kimchi?" You say yes. Oh, because I don't, kimchi flavor. We don't like it. Sorry, but I think it means you are Korean. I'm joking.
Fuck.
I'm joking.
That is true. That might be true. Yeah.
But our generations, because Korean young people love anime or manga, come here.
Very true.
And I love K-pop or K-drama. Because we start discussing history, we have to discuss forever. We have to avoid it. I mean, kind of,
Yeah, you guys can avoid it.
Yeah. That's why we just try to look for the future. That's good things. But some old people, middle-aged people hate each other,
Yes.
Yeah. Because young people, we don't care, Yeah.
Well,
some point,
How can I say? Like, I'm not sure about Japan because I'm not Japanese, and I don't think I understood correctly. But like in case of Koreans, I often say that Koreans are ready to forgive you guys.
Okay, fucker. 75 years passed.
Fuck off, you guys. Let's just say sorry at once.
Okay, don't talk about this.
Okay.
Because we told it, it's very difficult because you guys have a kind of different education.
Oh yeah, but just say it is very true that many politicians are like over exaggerate that issue. Both Korea and Japan, obviously, and they are actually don't care about the people who got actually suffered. Both governments are not actually. I don't think that's enough. Their work is enough. But I know that I just want to say something shit happened back in the day. And I think all the Koreans are aware that hey, if you just say sorry, guys. I mean, just say sorry. I mean, we all know that that shit happened back in the day, and we all know that that's I know that you guys are also working so hard not to make that happen again, and we need to respect your courage. But just say no, man, and just say sorry, man. Just, come on, it's a very easy thing to do.
Yeah, but actually, like, I agree some point your opinion, but our Japanese perspective. For example, 1965, we agreed. Of course, I think our government we never say sorry, maybe, and but we agreed. Okay, everything is fixed. 1965. Okay?
Yes,
this is everything. Okay, and we agreed, and then we paid.
Yeah.
Okay, money is not good, but we pay, we fix it. But every time you can change the president, change the rules. Okay, we talked before. This is the goal. No, goal is not here. Here. What?
It just changed it.
Right? Change the goal. And then we are actually like we are a little bit tired.
Oh yes.
Because I know our government hate each other, but we are Japanese too tired. Kind of Korean. Kind of politicians change the goal.
Oh yes.
Oh my god! They change the rule.
It is actually pretty true. And I mean, all the treaties. I mean, I'm not going to go way to politics, but I majored that, so fuck that. You guys should.
Yeah. Actually, I apologize.
No. I mean,
Japanese. Sorry, we did maybe something very bad thing. I'm sorry.
No. I get it. Just we are aware that you guys are trying to apologize, but like in a very government level, it's not quite settled yet. But in a very
okay, listen. We just imitated Western people.
What the?
This is my joke. Maybe I know because China, South Korea, Japan, we have a history problem. It's a joke, okay? It's a joke, okay? Because look at, for example, China, same as Chinese product. They always make fakes. Of course, you agree with this. Kind of.
I do agree.
And then South Korea, same as like a kind of Korean drama. They always make it beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And Japan, same as porn, we blind. Yeah. Good. I really enjoy it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm not sure I will upload it or not. Guys, see you soon.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Hope you have a good night. Good night. See ya.